Quickly react to that game at 5:30, though. Manchester City comfortable against Watford away from home. They're in great form, 7 wins on the trot in all competitions, and Bernardo Silva in particular, 5 goals in his last 5 Premier League appearances.
Honestly, they're frightening. I was looking to play against some top Manchester City sides with David Silva in there, Aguero, but this team, honestly, the way they pass the ball, the way they change positions today, Grealish, he played everywhere on the pitch. Sterling played everywhere. Foden, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva. They just attacked with so many players today. And they didn't even need Cancelo or Kyle Walker to go forward as much today. They left it to the front 5. You go and score the goals. We'll sit back here. Honestly, they're a frightening team. And for me, they're looking like the best team in the Premier League at the moment and the best team in Europe.
That form's just coming together for Manchester City right now. But there are other sides, in particular Liverpool fans, who are saying, hold on a minute, don't forget about us. You know, they got the job done today. We compliment other sides for not playing well and getting the job done. In fact, Liverpool probably should have scored more goals away from home at Molineux. I know Wolves defended stoutly, but in the end, there were plenty of good chances, in particular for Diogo Jota, who never hit the back of the net against his former team. Divock Origi came off the bench and he got the job done. He hit the back of the net. The Liverpool fans went absolutely I mean, you got the feeling with that goal that they felt that had kept them in the title race. Divock Origi had them clinging on because, of course, they'd seen Chelsea lose and they needed to take all 3 points to capitalise. It was massively important.
100%. You look at that goal, it might be a goal you look back at the end of the season when Liverpool win the league. That is the game they might look back on and think to themselves, Origi got us that goal, so important. But like you said, Chelsea lost today. You know, the Liverpool would have seen Manchester City favourites to beat Watford away. So they know they've got to keep winning games. They're going to lose players in January. They're going to want to win every game until they lose the likes of Salah, the likes of Mane. But for me, it just shows that Manchester City dropped points against Crystal Palace. Chelsea dropped points today. It shows that anyone can drop points in this league.
Ian is a Liverpool fan. 3 different teams at the top of the table during the course of today's action. How are you feeling, Ian, about Divock Origi's winner against Wolves?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely amazed up. As I say, that the last caller, he's done that a few times now, so he is definitely a super sub. But the reason why I rang you boys is I think Liverpool, to keep up with the Joneses, I think what we've got to do, we've got to spend in January.
In January, yeah.
We've got to go and get a player. Obviously, trying to find a player of the calibre of Salah is going to be tough, but I think we can kind of cope with Jota on the left. You know, replacing possibly Mane, but we need to spend a few quid. In January on a forward, which comes in on the right.
Gabby, what do you think about that?
I totally agree with him because you can't lose Salah and Mane for 4 to 6 games when you've got the likes of Chelsea and Manchester City who have got so much squad depth. They can bring in quality players into their team. So for me, Liverpool, they've got to because you look at Jota, yes, fantastic player, but Firmino's had his injury worries. Origi, when he starts, he's not really the same player as when he comes on as a sub. So they've got problems there, Liverpool, and Jurgen Klopp might have someone lined up already.
I think they've got to use their squad, Liverpool. This is an opportunity, obviously enforced by the Africa Cup of Nations, but some of the players have a huge opportunity to show their worth there. I mean, I know Tsimikas, for example, he filled in very well for Robertson. They played a couple of games where they had both of them, a prospective Tsimikas in midfield and Robertson playing fullback. Could he come in and maybe they change the system slightly? Minamino's got to start proving his worth. He has played better in a Liverpool shirt this season. Of course, he's been in a Liverpool shirt this season, but he's looked okay. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, definitely. He's got to be involved. But you've got James Milner as well and Divock Origi, who played today. Those players have to be involved in every single game if they can keep them fit for a short period of time. Surely they can bridge that gap, can't they?
Yeah, but look at how many games Salah's won on his own. Some of the assists, the goals he scored, taking that out of that Liverpool team and to take Mane out of it as well. You know, teams aren't going to be scared playing against Liverpool. They're not going to give Minamino as much respect. Origi, Chamberlain, these players. Liverpool, to be fair though, they've got the character, they've got leaders in that team to maybe find a way to win these games. They might win these games by 1 goal instead of by 3 or 4 goals. But for me, it's going to be a worry to lose so many goals for 4 to 6 games.
Yeah, hopefully Harvey Elliott comes back from his injury soon as well. Ian, do you think the Africa Cup of Nations, that time that you lose those big players, will cost Liverpool a chance of winning the title?
No, I don't. I don't, because players could get injured at Man City. Anything can happen. Same at Chelsea. So no, I think we have got the squad to kind of. Well, I don't know whether we can take that hit, losing Salah, to be honest with you. But I do think if he goes and spends in January, I know January is a tough window, but if he can get spend in January and the American owners back him, knowing that we're in 4 cups, we're right up there. They need to get the wallets out and spend. I think that could possibly that could help us, but the problem you've got is who's out there. You're not going to get someone. You're not going to get someone the same caliber as Salah. No chance. But if you can get someone, even a lad who plays for Wolves today, Traore. I mean,
you think you could get him in January?
I don't know, but if we could, he's a nightmare. He's a nightmare.